What up, friends? Welcome in. What is normally meant to be a very chill Sunday might not be so chill. Listen, it potentially still could be, but I don't want to make any promises because I'm not playing solo today. I didn't do anything. I'm just playing with others that are very entertaining people. Spicy Sunday, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I am playing with Coach, and I'm playing with Aldi today. The gang is back together. Yes, I got all of the green off. Can you imagine if I said no? It's been 2 days, and I'm like, no, man, I can't. It won't come off. No, it did. It came off. My wife has a makeup remover. I forgot that she had that, like the cream or whatever, and it worked pretty damn well. But it was still a lot of green. How long did it take? Probably like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, probably, just to make sure I had all the green off of me. Yeah. But welcome in, friends. Good to see you. Shade, hello. Splats, hello. Diesel, hey, how are ya? Good to see you, friends. Yeah. Watching the vid since I heard Phasmo will be released to console. Thanks for the videos, of course, dude. Level 74, no prestige. Heck yeah, you're getting there. You're getting close to a prestige. I like it. I dig. All right, so we're good. Good enough. Good enough. Dino, welcome in. How are you? Gonna be a fun Sunday? It is gonna be a fun Sunday. It is gonna be a fun Sunday because I'm with those two goobers. What can't be fun? Rose, welcome in. How are you? How we doing, friends? Good to see you. Watching the vids for about a month now. I feel like I've improved. Oh, I appreciate you, dude. Cordelia, hello. How are you? Good to see you. Diablo, hello. Hi. Flood, hello. Carrot. How we doing, friends? The last time I watched it was The Grinch. You know, listen, I was proud of myself for not only the makeup in itself, but being able to get it off. Yeah. Ty, what's up, gaming? How are you, friends? All right, my audio. Oh, no. Oh, no. I've changed it back to what it needed to be last time, but oh, no. There we go. I fixed it. Man, that was fast. I'm so glad I fixed it. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it a lot. That's the second time I've probably ever attempted anything. And I spent maybe 15, 20 minutes on it, just trying to floor it to get something on my face. Yeah. Hi, Mayor. So it works. It is what it is. Ransom, thank you for the biddies. Appreciate you. Mystic, thank you for the 2 months. Got Prestige one the other day. Nice. Nice. Toxic, I'm reading your message as that's happening. The message being, you should know that unlike most Phasmo streamers, you're the only one that keeps the stream very calm. Some of it is out of my hands. Oh, man. Blondie, thank you, friend. Thank you. Blondie has made a few many blurps now, and that was one of them. That's so funny. Oh, my God. Melanie, how are you? Good to see you. Nervy Jane, hi, friend. Good to see you. Oh, my Lanta. Yes. Oh, by the way, headphone warning. I give you a headphone warning for Coach. She's loud, but by golly, Jim, if we don't love her, it is a good thing. I love that I can hear her across the map. I love it. Tika, thank you for the subs. I love it. I love it. Just be aware, you have a volume control on your device to turn it down. Oh my God. What is happening right now? See, maybe it should be not so comfy cozy. Get farted on. Thanks. Is it a headphone warning or a headphone promise? You know what? That's a really great point. Great freaking point. Bama, GG's on the VIP friend. Welcome in. This is very calm. I think it's depending. You know, we've talked about that before. I'm a pretty chill person, you know? Even during hunts, I'm pretty relaxed. And there's moments where we're not, but by no means do I go out of the way. I don't like the fact that it feels like I'm talking to myself right now. I'm uncomfortable now. Allie, well, thank you for the follow. Mark, thank you for the biddies, dude. The face gives it away. I know. God damn it. You approve? I know. Hi, Sly. Good to see you. This is not a train that is built on farts. Let's be very clear. This is not a Chinga stream. This is not a Break of Daylight stream. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Our coach. Yeah. Oh, man. But I feel like people still don't go overboard with farts in your stream, though. I created it inside of Chingus's stream. I will gladly put my hand in the air proudly that I started it in his stream. We might need some medicine. Can we get sponsored by somebody that helps with people that fart too much? God damn it. Oh, always have fun in the streams. I've laughed in the stream. I appreciate you, Diesel. Thank you, dude. Listen, getting to hang out with you guys and talk to you guys and go through these moments. It's so funny. Gas X. Maybe that's what G Fuel is. What is there a reverse G Fuel? We need anti-G Fuel. Yeah. What are we doing today? I am playing some Phasmos with our beloved Coach Chesney and our beloved Aldebaran. Love them. Love them. Glad the green came off. Me too, dude. Me too. You got 4 mimics in a row this morning. If you're getting tired of getting them, I would restart your game. I would try that out. Mark, thank you for the biddies. I would restart your game, dude. Seriously. Any tips on no evidence runs? Yeah. No evidence runs, you want to treat them as if it is a game of Guess Who, and you want to try to eliminate as many as you can at one time. So, like, what are ways you can eliminate a lot of ghosts at once? Hunting speed. If you know that it's a regular hunting speed and it's speeding up with line of sight and things like that will help you just knock them over and you know that it's not them. Yeah. Sam, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Hello. Tips for people that want to start playing Phas but are afraid. Throwing yourself into the deep end, Melon, honestly, is probably one of the best ways. I think some people give the advice that you could do friendly ghost and go in, but I don't know if that helps you get over your fear. To be honest, like, what you fear is the ghost getting you. So if you just put yourself in a situation where you are guaranteed that the ghost will get you, you know what it feels like. So if you're able to go in and make the ghost hunt with the cursed possession, you know what's going to hunt you. So you just let it get you. You've added no equipment. You've lost no money. You've lost literally nothing. And then you do it again. You lose nothing. Yeah. So when the ghost chokes you, I scream hard. Great. It's one of my friends right there. It's one of my best friends right there. Oh, by the way, Mystic, thank you for the subs, friend. Thank you so much for the 10 subs. I appreciate you, friend. It was a birthday gift. God damn it. Oh, I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Threat level midnight. Yes. Bear, hello, how are you? Yep, we love The Office. We love it. We love it. Mystic, thank you so much, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let me load up Phasmo so we can get going in the games, because I'm sure we are going to want to get to stepping. How do you blurp? It's an extension that's attached to the stream, which, speaking of its extensions, yeah, a little bit. I need to remove. And Mayor, thank you for the reminder, by the way. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Ransom, thank you for the biddies. King, welcome in. How was your stream? I need to remove the playing with viewers extension, because we did that last stream. Removes. Listen, dude. Listen. Listen, Linda, listen. You like playing alone or with others more? I like them both. It's really hard to say, because there's different aspects of both that I really enjoy. I really enjoy playing solo, because then I can really try to work on getting better. But also playing alone, I can have more teachable moments in a manner of speaking, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I can explain things better as a solo player than I can in multiplayer, because when you're in multiplayer, you are trying to cater to both. If you are playing solo, I can concentrate, I can stop and then just talk to you guys. But I'm trying to wear two hats when I'm playing multiplayer, so I might not be teaching as much, but playing with friends is so freaking fun and is some of the best moments that you will ever have in this game. Seriously, some of the best moments you ever have in this game, you'll probably be playing with others. Some of my favorite moments in this game, I've been playing with friends like Aldi and Coach. You cannot replace it. You cannot replace it. You wear two hats. Yeah, it's like a little Hey Arnold hat underneath the main one. Yeah. So there's like a little Arnold hat under here and then like the main hat. Yeah. Been doing practice runs to get used to looping and watching the Ghost 10-12 settings, but losing items off. There you go. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. That's a wonderful way. Wonderful way. Moon, thank you for the sub, by the way. And Kazadu, thank you for the 4 months. Oh my God. Should get a FlashForce hat. You know, I've thought about it, but I don't know, like the hats that they offer. I'm like, that's not the hat that I would have. Yeah. Not even a little green left. I got it all. No, dude, I spent so much time getting all the green off of me. So much time. Why is that not showing up? Dino, thank you for continuing the sub you got from Tika. You're friends with Cursed Possession? That's okay. We've done it too. Listen, the first kill that I ever got with the music box was on Coach. They just released the music box and, well, I was curious. So I don't know if anybody did it before I did. I would like to think I'm probably one of the first ones that did it. Blood Raven, thank you for the dono, for putting up with the I appreciate you. But you basically just did for your troubles is what you just did. Oh, you guys are silly. Kayla, thank you for the follow. Sly Vixen, thank you for the bitties. Juju, thank you so much. Rest in pieces for our ear holes. Wow, dude. Listen, to be fair, hello, Royal. To be fair, she used to be louder. When I say she used to be louder, when she had her older setup, she couldn't control her volume as much. But ever since for a while now, she's had it. But since having her new setup, it's way more controlled. Way more controlled. She's not as loud as everyone pretends she is. Right. She used to be way louder when we couldn't control it as much. Right. But it's just part of the joke. It's just part of the joke. I like being controlled. Okay. Well, it was a great stream, friends. I hope you guys had fun. I know I did. But we'll see you guys later, huh? What is the best volume for Chesney? Bearable. You have bear in your name. I just went for it. Max, no, you really do. Listen, another to be fair to Coach moment. If she wasn't as loud, I wouldn't be able to hear the muffled scream as loud. And the muffled screams, Absolute perfection. They make this game even more fun. Legacy, thank you for the follow. Start streaming Phasmophobia. Any tips? Yes. Do not stop talking to your community. Don't stop talking about what you're doing. If you're just starting out and you don't have any viewers yet, it doesn't matter how many viewers are in your stream. Keep talking about what you're doing. Commentate what's happening in the game. If you're dead silent and there's nobody there, people are not going to be the ones that want to break the ice. So by you talking, you're breaking the ice. It's my advice. Yeah. Grizzly, what's up, homie? Yeah. All right. Let me remove this extension real fast. What's happening? What's happening? Is something broken? Oh no. You broke Stream Elements again. What the? Oh, it's broken. Look what you guys did. Look what you guys did. You broke it. Mystic, thank you so freaking much for the biddies. We love Coach and her loudness. Yes, we do. And Royal, thank you for the subs, dude. I don't know why it's broken. I don't know what's going on. It'll eventually play. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I need to focus. I need to focus. I'm like undiagnosed, but I should be maybe looked at. I need to remove this extension. Goodbye. Goodbye. Kaiser, what's up, dude? What's up, homie? Royal, they're not working right now. And just because? Oh, hi Stream Elements. It's great to see you. Thanks for jumping in. I fixed it. Why did it take so long? Oh my god. Well, this was meant to be a chill Sunday. Sorry, Coach. Sorry all day. It's so nice of you to show up. You're still a piece of garbage. Bear, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you. Oh my god. Thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Oh god. Damn it. Why are you this way? Mother effer. Son of a bitch. Hi, Lunar. All right, I think that's good to go. That's fine. That's fine. God damn it. Because we're awesome. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, don't forget your check-ins. Yeah. Don't forget. Don't forget. Oh my word. Oh my word. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hey Carson, what's up, dude? How are you? Cam, good to see you. All right, let me get into a lobby so I can invite these heathens. By the way, we are level 100, so I'm debating whether I want to prestige later today or tomorrow. I don't know yet. I have not decided. Very undecided. That's why you want it. What? I'm level 100. No. I'm not prestiging while playing with others. No way. I'm not losing our fun equipment. You playing with Coach? I am playing with Coach. How are you, Phoenix? Phoenix, you done with all your Christmas stuff? Level 9 hype train. What do you mean, What do you mean, Do it. Do it. Hey, Snowy, good to see you. Makes it more fun. Sure. That's what they all say. Thank you for the special message. Can we talk about what Phaz put on their Instagram for the 25th? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Let me create this. They didn't just put it on Instagram. They also put it on the, I saw they put it on X as well, Twitter. Yeah, Shaw, wait. Shaw, thank you so much. Welcome in, dude. Royal. Ew, X. I know, but I don't think they've been posting it to... They're not posting this stuff over on Blue Sky. I don't have a choice. I have to get it from here. I'd rather not. Oh my goodness gracious. Royal. Homie, I appreciate you. Oh my God, what is happening? I was going to pull this up really quickly. Oh God, the sub stuff might get really screwed up when I do this, but it's okay. We'll see. This was posted to their ex, Mystic. Thank you so much, dude. Jesus Christ. Moz, listen, dude. Listen. There is never an expectation here. Let's be very clear about that. And I never want to think that there should be. There are days where it's not, but then there are times that it is. You know what I mean? It's just, people are crazy pantses. Yeah. Hi, Break. How are you, friend? So, Phaz posted this to their Twitters. They posted this to Twitter X, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's Twitter. They posted this calendar that shows when the event began, when stage 1 completed, stage 2, stage 3. Look, how dare they already. And then must remember to take children out of sacks. I don't know if that's just like parental advice or what. I'm assuming that's what, I don't know what the special gift is. I'll have to remember this part though. So we're getting something special on the 25th and I don't know what it is. Yeah. Super. Thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for the follows. Pixel, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, don't forget the kids. Don't forget to take them. Oh, yeah. Don't forget your presents. Were they the present? Yeah. I hope it's more sausage. Can you imagine? It's just a room full of sausages. Hi, Gaga. My guess is that this just means don't forget to redeem all of your stuff. Don't forget to interact with the tree to get your badges and get your trophy. This, I don't know what they're giving us. I don't know what they're giving us on the 25th. So on Christmas Day, it might not be a bad idea to log into Phaz. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. But I'll keep you posted because I'm streaming that night for at least a little bit. So my normal time on Wednesday at 8:30, I will be streaming. Yeah. So we'll see what it is, man. I don't know. I don't know. Conger, keep making amazing content, bro. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, homie. I'm good, Panther. Today I'm playing with Coach and Aldi. I'm so jazzed. I'm excited. I love them. They are so fun to play with. Nervy J, thank you for the 13, friend. My God, is the hype train still going? Jesus. Good Lord. I was kind of waiting for that to sizzle out and then we'd move on. Anything else to really consider other than hunt and no evidence? Yeah, the ghost abilities. Yeah. The ghost abilities, being able to look at your ghosts and know at least one thing about them that makes them stand out and makes them different, as in like a way to know, hey, this is a demon, hey, this is a myling, hey, this is a this, will help too. Break of daylight, since you complained. Oh, that's what it was? How many games am I playing today? Oh, I have no idea. However many I get in. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on how long it takes us to play. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, friend. Break of daylight. You got 4 more minutes. Well, I'm just going to have to invite them in because I don't want them to wait too long. But another thought of asking them if they wanted to play Sunday right now was that I'm not asking them to play late at night, and they're early birds. They're early birds. They get up a little bit earlier, so they go to bed earlier. So not making them have to stay awake stupid late just to play. I figured that'd probably be a good idea too, or at least to try it. Could win or afford. No, listen. You go to bed. Listen, if you go to bed early, it's whatever. It's fine. It's what it is. I'm always up before the dawn. Oh Bloops! But remember, DahliaCon, I stayed up late. You probably chugged like seven different energy drinks. You were up late. You were. I will give you that. This is very much many truths. Amit, hello. Bloops, thank you so freaking much, man. All right, let me invite these nerds in here. I'm too old to step. I don't know, like, even at my age now, like, I still stay awake until typically midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And then I go to bed. I wake up around like 7 for work. No, I wake up earlier. No, 7 for work. I wake up around 6 for work. Yeah. Yeah, just, I don't know. It's just the way that it is, man. Yeah, it's just the way that it is. Yeah, hi, Mr. Chingus. There are nerds playing. Yeah, the bestest of nerds. Big Stinky Pickle. Thank you for the follow. Courtney, you fucking guys, dude. All right, I'm just going to invite them in. Our group channel is called Friday Spoops, but it ain't Friday. Oh, hi, Pam. Well, she scared me a little bit. Otherwise, you would be Phoenix. That's, yep, same mindset, friend. Literally those minds. For a second,
wait a damn minute.
For a second, I thought that was coming through the music. I'm like, what the hell? Part of the song is that? Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Aldi.
It's been 84 years.
Okay. Coach?
Yeah?
What are you talking to me through right now?
Check your mic settings.
What?
You're talking through the microwave.
What?
Your microphone is set to another microphone. It has to be.
Fucking hell.
Why is there a headphone warning? Oh.
Yes.
Is that better?
Yes, that's perfect.
I am so... my PC, we lost power the other day for a few hours, and every time we lose
reset.
power, it resets my game, it resets
Stupid.
Discord. Ugh.
Well, I've had it especially in Phas when you load in and it like resets your settings. So
Yeah.
if it changes that, then I mean, that's out of your control. Oh,
Yeah.
that was so good. It sounded like you had a walkie-talkie up next to your microphone, and then you were talking to me through the walkie-talkie that was going through the microphone.
Oh my god.
I think Phoenix said it best, a broken drive-through speaker. Would you like fries with that?
We should have left it on that. Damn it.
Oh my god.
Wait. What did the
By
message
the way,
say?
I got a new badge.
Oh my
I
god.
match you now,
Mystic,
Flash.
thank you so much, dude. What?
I match you. I got a new badge.
Ew. I love it.
I know.
That's a great badge.
I love it.
I'll at least have that guy on there. There we go.
Yeah.
Aldi, did you click on the tweet?
I have clicked on the tree.
Okay. Just make sure you get your rewards.
I love, okay.
She
We've
does it
talked
normally.
about how I felt about the event, but can I just say that going through the phases with the tree is so much better than the blood moon.
Yeah. Oh no. Are you talking about like sound in the lobby?
No, well, I mean, yeah, that's good, but like when we clicked on the tree to go through the
like
phases,
what it did. Oh yeah, it was way
Yes.
it was definitely more than what the blood moon did. The blood moon it just
yeah.
grew 3 times in
Yeah.
size.
It just got more gooey.
Ugh, it did too.
Come on, don't start.
What? At least
What's
it wasn't
the longest
Roy.
hype train? Level 20
It's no.
is the
it's
highest we've
too
ever
fucking
had.
early
It
for
was
that.
not that
Stop
long
it.
ago, dude. It
This
really was.
afternoon.
I don't care.
Ugh. Ugh. Yuck. All right. Are you guys cool with Nightmare, or do you want to do something different?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine with Nightmare.
Okay.
You just gotta remember, there's only 2 evidence.
I'm gonna forget.
Oh,
to be
fuck
fair.
me.
I'm gonna do it. Too.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, you guys choose. Who wants to choose first? Not playing with viewers
Lady
today.
should always
Secret.
come first, so Willow Street it is.
Yippee skippy.
I'm so sorry.
For what?
Never mind.
What?
It was not intentional. It was not intentional. Just never mind. It's okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Absolutely not. I am not doing push to talk unless Flash requests I do push to talk.
Oh no, wait, I don't want her on push to talk. I want her open gate. I want full blown coach. I'm still trying to figure out what the apology was for.
I said ladies should always come first.
Giggity.
Ready up, please. Ready up. Ready up. Please, please. Ready up now. Faster. Yep, you're not ready up yet. I need you to ready up. I need you to ready up.
But shouldn't the Flash? Shouldn't the ladies come first?
Should they? Should they?
Oh,
They should.
Whoa,
Oh,
wow.
okay, all right,
Okay,
okay.
I see.
I think Mrs. Flash might have a problem.
Guys, stop. I don't want to be
You
the
know we love
mediator,
you, Flash.
please.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Mom and Dad are fighting. I need a banister to look through. Oh my god. Oh my god. Royal. Jesus Christ. Mystic. Mom and Dad are fighting. Chinggis, stop them. Do you see why I love them? Aldi, I'm so cold.
Okay, I'll go get the power on.
I'm sorry. I quit. I promise. I'm so freaking sorry.
You're full of it. You lie. It's
Yeah,
just
you're right.
natural.
I'm not sorry.
It's just natural. It happens. Yeah. Oh my god. What do we got? No flank. I didn't even look in the garage. So many orbs. Ooh, okay. Oh, is it the circle? W boy, what's up, dude? Oh my god, Mercy, we were just talking about. I'm so excited. I love Christmas Eve, especially for the simple fact of getting to watch Christmas Vacation.
Listen, he can't yell at me.
Bend over and I'll show you.
That's true. You did ask.
What?
Hey, how are you?
Can't wait for the
too
cast.
quiet.
To happen. It is very quiet.
Hi, little boner.
I just saw the camera sticking out. It's a little camera poking out here behind the thing. Oh, hi,
my
little
God.
boner.
Oh my god. Oh wait, is this always here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. Mystic, thank you guys so much. You guys are...
Isn't that like an indigestion thing?
What?
My Lanta?
Oh, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lanta. Start a cursed hunt? No. I will not pull the trigger. Chinggis knows this.
Hello?
We are revengers. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Ice, welcome in. How are you? Maybe it's in one of these rooms where the lights are on. Maybe we're stopping it from doing stuff.
That's possible.
Oh, it's 2 degrees here. It's here.
Yeah, I see the blue
Oh
here.
no.
Hey, what's
Come
up, Hunter?
on,
How are you,
Mr.
dude?
Ghost.
BK, what's up, homie? Any cursed possession? Yes, we have the summoning circle downstairs, which...
Spirit box.
Heard it. And we're playing on Nightmare, by the way. We have both posted video proof that we only... That's right! That is correct. Absolutely correct. BK, thank you for the biddies, dude. Appreciate you. Here they come. Got some tape? Heard it.
When does she not have something to say?
I mean, is he wrong?
I mean, what started that?
Bloops!
You've been clearing your throat.
Oh.
This is the freaking
Well,
season,
listen, I
dude.
laughed so
Jesus.
hard earlier, I coughed and knocked something.
Ghosts are all
loose.
paid actors? Yeah, kind of. What do you have something to say? What are you talking about? Get a drink, you're parched. All right, I'm gonna go get more stuff. Likely story. My Lantas bloops. Thank you so much, homie. You guys are wild and crazy kids. Jesus. All right, get this, get this. I'm still trying to I feel like I'm just still trying to get my head into the game right now. I'm trying to. And we're failing miserably, but trying to anyway.
Fucking rude ghost.
Oh my God.
It's
Oh,
rude.
EMF 5 right here.
Oh shit.
Spirit Ray
All
twins.
right.
Well, this shit's useless.
Actually, I think I'm gonna hold this.
Actually, yeah. I'm gonna go get some salt. Insanity.
Yes.
No, we're playing on Nightmare. Dio, you're not in the house? Oh, okay. Roger that. Yeah, it doesn't look like you're here. We'll go meet you at the next house over. You're fine. All right, I'm gonna get some salt so we can check for the Wraith. Spirit twins. This isn't really necessary. We'll do this and this. Wait. I have one in my hand. You know what? No. Motion sensor. Motion sensor. Garlic salt? Yeah. Spicy. Princess, thank you for the bits. Oh, I heard that. That was a book toss.
Yes, it was. She
Oh,
showed up.
not a Wraith.
Not a wraith.
Spirit or
How much you
tweens?
want to bet it's a stinky ass spirit?
I think you're probably right.
Spirits are assholes.
They are assholes. They don't even show up when you want them to.
Spirit. We've got spirit. Yes, we do.
It showed up and he picked up the camera and it disappeared.
Oh my God. Thank
Hey,
you
write
guys.
the book,
Jesus.
Kate.
Who's gonna tell her?
Fuck me. Bye.
I was waiting to see how long it took. Yeah, now we remember. I remember. Pepperidge Farm members.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm members. Listen, I do that occasionally, but
Uh-oh.
that's a spirit. Oh, she's coming to give you the lovin'. Run! Run, Ollie, run! You leave him alone, you piece of shit!
Everyone okay?
Yeah.
Is it twins?
No, it's a spirit. That was absolutely a normal speed ghost. What are you... What? Why the maniacal laughter?
Because I feel like I called it and it makes me proud.
Oh, if it's... Oh, let me get a firelight. I wonder... Aldi might have got if we didn't do anything there. Alley Cat, hello. Ellie, hello. Can you have a better idea of the ghost based on the speed? Absolutely. Yeah, these two, we were down to... Oh, they need to leave. Sorry. We are down to these ghosts who walked in salt. The speed will tell you the difference between a spirit and twins. Yeah, the speed will tell you the difference. Yeah. Ronak, what's up?
Do we want to get rid of the 2-star as well?
Absolutely can. Yes. I'm bringing in more salt right now.
Of course, what was supposed to be a ghost picture turned into a disturbed salt picture.
Yeah, but it's really hot. All right, I'm gonna put a triple stack here. No, you're not. She's in the garage. Oh no, I made a mistake.
What?
I think she's in the garage.
Why would she be in the garage?
I think she moved. She started hunting from there.
You fucking bitch!
Coach.
Sorry.
Oh, wait. I don't know. Did she do that through the wall or is she here?
I don't know. Sorry.
You do you, boo-boo. I get it.
She makes me angry.
Goddamn spirits.
That could be fake. Hold on. Oh, yeah. I brought them here. Yeah, she's here.
Fuck. Hey, Kate!
You goddamn hooker.
You guys are so aggressive. Damn. Maybe she'll show up for you if you say something nice.
Hey, Kate! Now I feel awkward.
I'm waiting for the nice.
Hey, you look lovely today.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's okay if you
Can't.
use your curse words when you're saying something nice. Yeah. Hey, Kate, I really love your shoes.
Breathe.
It's fine.
Oh, that made... listen.
Hi, Cozy. How are you,
coughed
friend?
And wheezed, and that made me dizzy.
Oh, it's okay. Hold on. Come on. Let me light it. Let me light it. God damn it.
I see you trying.
So if you throw that in the air, like if you throw that straight up in the
Okay.
air.
Right? Fuck me.
I'm gonna die. I can't hear shit. Well, time to hit the old dusty trail. How do I let that one? Like he's little head poking through. Look, little tuft of hair coming over here.
That's one hell of a glory hole, damn.
Man, these reverse deer heads are getting crazy. She ran so damn fast, she went straight through the wall. All right, let's get out, bring her back. Oh no. Oh, shit. I was curious. I was like, hey, just throw it up in the air. She threw it up in the air, so I lit it while it was in the air. Oh, classic. Okay. Did we get the bone? Oh yeah, you saw
We
a
did
little
get the
boner.
bone.
You saw a little boner.
Yep, I said hi, little boy.
Hi, little boner. All right, let's go. Make sure you have Sparate. Hey, Solar, how are you? Hearing Coach, I know, hearing her voice. I have a couple of clips where her voice is coming through Aldi's microphone at the perfect time.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
I thought you guys were in the other room.
Hi, Maddie.
Oh,
I mean,
That was
eventually
so funny.
we were.
Eventually we were, yeah. This is true.
oh my god.
That was too good. Do we have to cry of laughter? Yes.
Well then.
All right. Well, that was our so-called comfy Willers. Aldi, where do you want to go?
Let's go to a nice Tanglewood, the classics.
Okay.
Classics.
Love a classic. The average ghost hunter experience? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The holiday stuff's
Wait.
still here. Yeah.
Why is it dark?
It's blue because of the
It's
holiday
awfully-
event.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's awfully blue.
Why is
Yes.
it blue though?
Because each of the holiday maps have the bluish tone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This has the Jack in the Boxes.
Because the Blood Moon maps were red. The Christmas maps are blue.
Well, I think just for this theme, I don't know if it's necessarily like, hey, we're going to do this every single time there's an event. But because this is the holiday one and the Krampus stuff, they made it a bluish hue. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Charles, pet it. Not beef jerky, man, please.
As long as you pet it, we'll be fine.
See what you did there.
Krampus! We want to see you, Krampus. Come say hello. CJ, that sounds like a bug or an exploit that I would highly suggest not using, friend. Because it's using something for the advantage of the game, and by doing that, that's an exploit. And if you do it, there's a possibility you're going to get banned.
I don't
so
like
if you
it.
do it and you get banned, just don't be surprised. Yeah. It's quiet because we haven't said its name. Charles, pet it.
Oh no. I hate it here.
It's just a toy. Look, now we can say hi to the bath mystery. And look, the boat.
Oh, bath mystery. Oh, bath mystery.
How lovely is your sphincter?
Ooh, oh my.
I mean, look up. I mean, Chingy said it first.
I mean, yeah.
Huh? We said it.
There is snow everywhere in this house. What?
Hallway.
What?
Hallway? Oh, okay. I mean, really, they're worthless right now. It's just for the fun of it because we've already completed the event. Ooh,
Are you
fiber.
here? Oh no.
Is that a switch?
Are you here? Hey, I heard.
It just
I heard
it touched this window. It touched the window in the nursery.
Look! We got UV.
Ooh. Oh my. A lot just happened at the same time. UV. Oh wait, EMF5. No Goryo.
Okay.
All right. Myling, Obake, or Jin. What do the boxes do? The boxes are meant for the holiday event. You get points for them, but because we completed the holiday event, it really doesn't matter.
What do the Krampus boxes do? Do they just give us points, right?
They give you more points for the event.
Okay.
That's
okay.
it. So really now it's just for the fun of it. What the fuck?
What happened here?
What is this?
Oh. Is it this?
Yeah, look, wait, don't touch it. Look. Look at it. Look at the wall. I was like, what the hell are we looking at?
It's not moving on my screen, but it moves on yours.
Here, now you do it. Press the arrow. Now look at the wall.
Wow.
It's not moving for me right now.
That's funny.
What the hell? What the hell?
Well, let's see.
Yeah, fire.
Okay, we won't need that because it can't be a mimic.
No, Jin, Obake, Myling. So I mean, we could get some 6-finger phalanges.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. All right, make this.
Maybe.
Get this. Why that surprisingly sound like Peter Griffin? Which part? Okay, listen, dude. It's 2.
Listen.
It's 2.
I'm not tired, okay? My brain just doesn't get enough oxygen.
Is that the new I'm just resting my eyes? My brain doesn't get oxygen. Damn it. Hey, what's up, Minnie? Come on, be an Obake. We can't see you shapeshift, but we can still see your phalanges.
Did they do that on purpose so that we couldn't see the shape shifting to make it harder? Or
no, I think it was just a oversight, and then it was just kind of, well, this is the way it's been, but we don't want
it's
it
a feature.
Way. It's a feature. It's a feature. All right, let me take this. All right, BRB. Show me them
I'm
fingers.
scared.
No, you're okay. I just wanted to put this on the breaker. Never mind, it's in the basement.
Yeah.
Never mind. Ollie's gonna do it. I like it. Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
I'm a step ahead of you. I'm sorry.
My man. I appreciate it. Tips for a level 70. I don't giving advice off of a level that somebody's on doesn't make sense to me because how you got to that level can be very different than somebody else. It's because somebody's level doesn't say how good they are. Wait, which door did it touch? Was it this door?
No, I touched it.
No, but I thought I heard a door touch though. I didn't know.
We have 2 EMF 5s.
Oh.
There it is. Bye.
Oh, bake that snake.
Oh my lord.
No snake.
Yes, snake.
He hates snakes.
No snake.
Snakes. I hate snakes.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
It had to be snakes. Still got to play that game. All right, I'm getting parabolic.
What do we need? Cleanse,
Yeah.
ghost event, and parabolic.
Can I hear you? Yeah. What the fuck? But what I was saying about the leveling, someone asking like advice on, hey, I'm a level, like what advice do you give to this level? Delish.
My soul has left my body.
I heard the jingle jangles from over here. As for advice, I would really suggest starting on lower difficulties and working your way up until you feel like you're getting better. Start on amateur, start on intermediate, whichever you're more comfortable with. Learning what the evidence, like learning what the equipment does, knowing where you can hide. They're so funny. I love them both. It's literally to the left.
Where to the left?
The flashlight that's sitting there by the front door.
Oh, I thought that was yours.
Oh, it's whoever's. I don't care. You're fine.
Is this a 3-stack?
This one is this one is a 3. Yes. Hey, Johnny.
Goddamn photos.
Oh, it's taking a poop. Oh my.
Turn it off. There you go. Well, did it work?
Yep. Interaction and dirty water.
Oldie.
Spicy. So spicy. But we're full up.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Perfect. All right, I do have a smooge, so I'm ready for when the hunt happens. Can a tier 3 crucie stop a cursed hunt? Yes, that is one of the features. Yeah. Curse object. Oh, I don't even know what the curse object is, do I? Did I see it downstairs? It's not Frank. It ain't no Frank. Watch football? Yeah, I watch football whenever my son wants to watch it. He's a Chiefs fan. But I'm not like heavy into stats or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah. Nailed it. Nailed it. What should I ask? Why are you here?
We're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie.
How did you die? This is the real test. How many people have you killed? How many people have you killed? How many people have you killed? Why wouldn't it answer me? That's a question, right? How many people have you killed?
Oh, so spicy.
Isn't that the question? How many people have you killed? It's not answering it. How many people have you killed?
I've been a good boy this year.
Are you here? Are you a
How
liar?
many pickles has it put up its butt?
Are you a liar? How many pickles have you sticked up your butt? How many people have pooped in this house? You sit on a throne of lies. How many people have pooped in this house? Dude, it's being very, very touchy about what it is being asked. Do you want to hurt Aldi? Do you want to hurt Coach? Is Coach in her apartment? Goodbye.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know how entertaining that would be. Oh my god.
What?
Hybriding
You
geefs.
said, do you want to hurt Coach? And it's like, I'm going to hunt now.
I'm
bitch.
hunting now. No, I asked.
that
It
juicy
evented.
booty.
It evented on
Stop
me in the
it.
kitchen. It evented on me, and I'm like, "Are you here?" It said no. Like, okay, all right. Now I know we're full of shit. Lying bastard. Right, Abake, we got all that. We got that. Did we find? Yeah, we found a little boner. All right, we're good.
Oh, it's Obake. I'm pretty
it's
sure I have
Obake's.
Obake.
Obake's.
Yep, got it.
Got it.
Oh, baked cookies.
Oh, bake 'em. Damn it. I was trying to throw it on top. It's not going to fly. What the? It's balancing on the arrow on the screen. Okay, it didn't do it that time. It's like hitting it. And
What the?
all right, that makes sense.
Okay.
Go home, Phasmo, do your drunk.
All
I
right,
mean, have
Get
you
us out.
ever seen the CCTV outside of the monitor? Because yes.
that is true. That's a good point. It literally is a collider. Like, it is an interactive thing that is sticking out enough for that to sit on. Yeah.
Welcome back.
The arrows have a hitbox? I guess so. Makes perfect sense to me. Mystic, thank you for the biddies, dude.
At tier 2 smudgies.
You know what that means?
What?
You don't have tier 1 anymore.
What do you mean?
It means you can upgrade to tier 2.
I know, but I can still make it tier 1, right?
Yeah, you can, but only if you want to.
Well, you like the tier 1, but it does provide a challenge.
Yeah. I've been liking using different equipment. It's been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have all of your tier 1 stuff in there right now.
Except fuck the tier 1 dots.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I have ads that need to play. Are you guys okay with that?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm perfectly okay with
You need
it.
to go potty.
No.
Aldi, you need to go potty.
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Just ask him, jeez. All right. Don't mind the tier 1 dots? It depends. All right. We're going to go ahead and run ads, friends. 3 minutes. I do 3 minutes of ads here so that way they can talk freely. I do 3 minutes of ads every hour to remove pre-rolls. So, hold please. 3 minutes. BRB. BRB. Tier 1 flashlight. Yeah. Yeah. It's perfect time for you guys to do what you need to do too. Get a drink, do your stuffs. Can you use the board more than once in one round? Yeah, I just asked it like a bunch of questions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And each time you ask a question, it counts as an interaction. So you can take a photo of it. You can sort of cheese photos with the board as well. Yep. Yep. As long as you say goodbye. Yeah, you need to make sure you say goodbye. This is true. If you don't say goodbye, you're in trouble. Because the board will break and then it will hunt. And it's cursed hunt. Yeah. Yes, sir. Can you still use tier 1 dots to check from outside maps like Tangle Fridge View? Yeah. Yeah. That is definitely one of the benefits of the dots is that you can, of the tier 1 is that you can stand outside of the Tanglewood front window and check for dots that way without even going into the house. Now, I don't think you can check for dots until you open the door though. So you do have to open the front door because the ghost isn't active until you do. Yeah. Unshaken. Hello. How are you? Brock. Hello. What if you play controller? Is there a way to change the button's voice to question? From buttons to voice? So the way that it works on console, hold on. Are you playing on console or are you playing on Steam? That's the question. I guess it really doesn't matter that much, just a matter of you're playing on controller. Because if you're playing on controller and you're on Steam, you can still use the microphone voice recognition. But if you're on console, there is no voice recognition yet. They're working on it. They're working on it. It's just not available yet. Playing Santa's elf and wrapping presents while chilling with y'all. Hey, let's go. I have a few things I need to wrap as well. Yeah. How's the birthday? The birthday was good. Had some good foods. Got to hang out with the fam. Couldn't ask for more. Couldn't ask for more, man. Hung out with you guys. It was great. This was great. I just want to comment that APOC 3 challenge is scary as hell when it's a wraith. Oh, yeah. Oh, 1,000,000%. Yeah. Yeah, if it's a wraith and it can teleport on top of you, yikes. Absolute yikes. As long as the board doesn't break, you can use it multiple times, right? Right. And if you do hide and seek like everybody wants you to do, you can no longer use the board for information after that. It's gone. You broke it. It's overs. I love the implication that APOC 3 is ever not scary. Touche. Touche. Good point. Sturgeon, welcome and thank you for the follow. All right, ads are done. We're back. Ads are done. Where's Aldi? Hi.
Hey. Aldi's probably in the corner. Is he in the corner? No. Wow. Freaking pervert.
He's trying to upskirt me. I see what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Oh, she Quick, Aldi, use the counter clam.
Aldi! Aldi!
I can't stand.
What?
Can't stand.
Are you
over here.
stuck?
No.
Oh. I swear to God. So, Flash,
Yeah.
I sent Sly Vixen the picture of you and I when we met, and the first thing that she said was, damn, she's short.
See, I'm not the only one with that reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Save Aldi. We will always save Aldi. We need to do a farm.
Yes. Aldi needs protected at all times.
He does. He's a treasure. He's a national treasure.
Stop.
Stop. Chiba.
Stop it.
My bad, sorry.
It's okay. I wonder if we're going to get rid of the white boxes. Maybe at some point. You're also very tall. I mean, yes, I am. I mean, yeah. In your defense, I am 6'4", so that, you know. Oh, look, tier 1 equipment.
Well, fuck.
Oh, well, here we are.
Wait, why did we get tier 1?
Because it like does this weird thing because you have auto add on your equipment. It like overrides mine sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that auto add off.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
But we have the two. Listen, but we have the flashlights though. That's the big thing.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. I'll use the tier 2.
Why we can't have nice things.
You know what?
Because he doesn't want us to.
I'll even put on the headgear.
I hope it's a revenant, and I'm gonna take the salt in.
Are we just making really weird statements? I hope it's a gin, and I am taking a sound sensor.
Do you remember though?
Oh, the salt. Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
See, that was one of those moments where I could hear you through his mic, and that's what made it better.
Yep.
I did. No, there's reason behind it because I was sitting there in the truck with Aldi talking, and she went in. She said she was going to place some salt down. She went to put the salt down. It was a revenant. It hunted and killed her. You just hear this, son of a bitch. Hey, Sam. I need.
I love what everybody's saying in your chat right now. I swear to God.
What's wrong?
Oh, I don't.
No.
Fucker. Jesus Christ.
I'm not doing it. No, I don't want to start it because then I have to watch my back the whole time. I'm not doing that.
That's right.
The inching forward to the door. Don't you make another step. Don't you do it. Aldi, was that Ghosty?
Yeah, he came up the stairs, turned around, I took a picture, he disappeared, but he's in the picture.
Oh, you have it. Okay, you actually see it.
EMF 5?
EMF 4. Or do you have a 5? I have EMF 4. Oh, son of a bitch.
What?
It's back here.
What happened? No.
I heard it.
God dang it.
I heard it. It threw something metal. Didn't it? Yeah, the saw. There it is.
Are you here? Where are you? Where are you?
All right, I'm out of the room.
Can you step out, Aldi? Thanks. Where are you? How old are you? Where are you?
Right here.
I swear.
Hello? Where are you?
All right, we'll let them have fun. We had reports of violence. Need a yokai test? Hey. What happened? All right, no one else is wearing headgear. You said ah, and then he cut off. What's up, Tom?
Fuck off, oldie!
What did he do? What did you do?
Spirit box. She's trying the spirit box, and she goes, "How old are you?" And from the bedroom, I go, "Old."
And then he did it again because I swear to God, I thought it was the fucking spirit box.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Mystic, thank you for the biddies, dude. Do I know about the bug? I do. Don't use it because it's more like an exploit, and if you use exploits, you're going to get banned. I've had multiple people come in and say like, hey, do you know about this? Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. I would really highly suggest not doing it. Yeah. What just happened? She was in here trying to get the spirit box, and I guess Aldi was in the other room, and she didn't realize it, and she was she was asking how old are you, and in the other room he just went old. Oh my god. That's so funny. Sucks the fun out of the game, right? Well, I mean, if you're gonna do that,
Leave me alone. Leave him alone. Leave us all alone.
say leave you alone. He just went to give me a kiss. If you're gonna use the talking, I mean, you might as well just be in a Discord call. There's no point being in the game at that point.
Okay.
All right, 2.7. No freezies yet. Okay. What the hell? What the hell?
I was typing, and I didn't know it was hunting.
Oh my word. Are we that low in sanity?
UV. What oldie?
He said UV.
We've got the UVs.
Is that all we have?
Oh.
So far.
What the hell? What the hell? All right.
EMF 5.
Oh no. So that's gonna be okay. Well, it could be any of those, I guess, to be honest. Also, the videos learned so much. Appreciate it. Keep up the great work. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for the sub. It seemed quiet to you, did it? It might be. Let me get a flashlight and go downstairs.
Imagine that.
What?
Jin, Goryo, Obake, Myling.
Yeah.
Well, it's
no.
not going to be a
Again.
Goryo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might have been quiet, so might try and yeah.
I think it was because I was typing and I didn't even realize it was hunting, and then I realized you guys were with me.
Yeah, there's a good possibility of it then. Okay.
I think it's a Myling.
Okay. Can you hear EMF through a sound sensor? No, unfortunately, you cannot.
Oh.
Hey!
Aldi.
Why not a Goryo?
Dang
Because the Goryo you need to you need to have dots. And we're not gonna get it. Yeah, we're not gonna get it. You okay?
I'm okay. I don't think Myling, because I heard it coming downstairs.
Ooh, okay.
I was in the laundry.
Roger, Dodger.
Oh.
4 dots, correct. Yeah, Aldi's alright. He's alright. He thinks no. Did you by chance have line of sight?
I did not?
Roger that. Okay. Please don't kill me. Okay. Have lots of fans on, so could yeah, I understand. Myling's can be tough sometimes. Absolutely can be tough. But for Jin, we could do line of sight. Obake, we could see if it shapeshifts, and then Myling would be really quiet. Yeah. They're super tough watching on stream. Yeah, coming through the stream rather than being able to hear the game in your headset directly. Agreed. It's harder. Agreed upon. Had some BS Mylings. Me too. I've had ones that have really felt like they should have been and they weren't. Or ones that were and I'm like, that was so loud. Is it music box time? It could be. It could be. Myling is your most died to? Oh no.
I'm in my apartment. You can play the music.
Okay, but Aldi's upstairs.
I'm in the locker. I'm okay.
All right.
There's now a deuce in the locker, but I'm okay.
But it might know where you are. I'm gonna die. I miss you. I love you. I miss you. Jin, I don't know. I'm not sold on a Jin. It kept coming back there. Roxy, shut up. I had to try. I could have lived by just not having it come to me, but I had to try.
I'm okay.
Well, Flash isn't.
Yeah, he died before my eyes. I might need therapy.
Is it quiet? I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Sam? You know you miss me? Sure, whatever. Look out.
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
It had line of sight on him, I think, before it came
I didn't
downstairs.
see it change, but it wasn't in my line of sight the entire time when Flash was looping it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Humble
when it
Bundle's
was
so
down
amazing.
there,
Isn't it
didn't hear
great?
its
I love it.
footsteps.
Yeah, the
So
ability
I
to have
don't-
so many
Myling?
games is great.
Honestly, don't know. Mylings are so broken for me.
Well, I'm game for guessing Myling because I couldn't hear it earlier. When we were hiding upstairs behind the chair,
Yeah.
I was typing. And you know I'm loud at typing.
It didn't shapeshift. No, it didn't shapeshift. Was the power up here?
We're gonna get Myling!
Are we sure it's not a Jin? I'll go Myling. It might be a Jin.
Do you want us to see?
No, you guys do you, boo-boo. I'm totally fine. If you guys want to go for it, please feel free. I'm absolutely fine with just dipping. Your choice. Dealer's choice. Don't feel like you have to leave because of me. She can hear me. Yeah, it's totally fine by me. So busy, haven't been hanging on the streams. No worries, friend. I hope that everything's been good. Leaning towards a Jin. It could be. It could be.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Rude.
Yeah, I wasn't
No, I should
certain.
have. I couldn't hear it that first hunt. I swear.
Yeah, I thought that it might have sprinted at me with line of sight, but I wasn't sure because it had line of sight before me. So that's why I wasn't too sure.
Right. That's all right.
No,
we
whatever.
can't win them all, right?
Whatevers. If you want to uncheck the auto ad for your equipment,
Oh God, yes. I forget how to do that.
if you go to the loadouts, go to the bottom, click disable loadout.
Okay. Go. All right. Thank you.
Roger. There we go. Sweet. All right. Back to coach's choice. Professionals?
Sunny restricted.
Ooh, okay.
I love Sunny so much.
Pretty rad, Tad. Pretty rad, Tad. Zombie, hello. How are you, Mr. Song? How's it going, Joe? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. M-Law, hello.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
Tricked by all the weird settings that I play. What do you mean?
There's been no reports of violence.
What do you
or
mean?
Please remain careful.
All right. Restricted. What do we have?
What do we have? At mail
Yeah,
wing?
yeah.
That's mail wing. Yeah.
Meowing. Meowing. Let's take this. Do I want to do this? No, I don't. I want to take this. This is what I want to do. What's up, Avery?
Listen. I know you have some pull as a content creator, right?
Sure.
Come here.
Bullshit.
This light fucks me up every time. Every time. What the fuck?
What's wrong?
I hate fog. Anyway, that light
Yeah.
in normal houses, when the
okay.
breaker is off,
Okay.
it is red.
But to be fair to this breaker, this is not a normal house breaker.
I know.
Back
But
in
I
the
would
day,
really like green.
back in the day, it was not as simple as green light go.
What's wrong?
This is in this hallway.
Oh, it's here.
Here? Are you here?
Yes.
Where? Don't start. Where are
Oh, yeah.
We have a Dio!
Either that or a mimic.
Oh, don't say that!
Spirit box. Okay. Ghost writing or dots. So we need writing. I was like, why is she screaming? And then I turned the parabolic off. Oh my God. All right. Writing. Get the other one. Good. I'll get the other dot and then I'll put a crucifix in there. Estelta, hello. Oh my. I was trying to figure out why she was screaming. All right. I'll put the other writing over here, and I'll put the other.
Also look for orbs.
Yeah. I guess that would have been the sign, wouldn't it? Would walk the Dio always endless. Confused? No, I don't think it was very confused. I don't think there's any confuzzlement to be had. Where are you?
A closing.
Okay, still here. I know it's still here because it just answered the spirit box. We have writing.
It's a deal.
Hunt, Cruci, repel. Less a rock.
Where is she?
It's a child.
Oh. Ugh.
Oh, damn it.
You had a camera on you, didn't you?
I did. Forgot.
You were disgusted. I understand. Just ugh.
It's just a baby deal.
Ugh.
Oh, it's just a baby.
Is the lady that screamed at the Dio the same lady that was laughing so hard in the closet in your YouTube shirt? Yeah. Do you see the recognition of your screams? Someone literally just said, is the lady that screamed at the Dio the same lady that was laughing so hard in the closet in the YouTube short? Why push to talk is useful? Yeah, that's her.
Oh,
Where
my
Aldi,
God.
where you and Aldi killed, and then it got me too.
Yes,
Yep.
that was amazing.
Yeah, that's her. That's her. Listen. Having push to talk off is quality, absolute quality. But that's why I said why it's useful, because we wouldn't have died if that wouldn't have happened. It was still so funny. Put that over there.
My bad.
That's my bee.
My bad.
All right. Got that there. Got that there. I need to go. Oh shit! I never grabbed a lighter. What the hell? Oh. Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah.
What?
Putting the paw in the chair. I need to go get a flashlight and a lighter, and then I'll be ready to go. Behind you. Play the high school? Maybe. Yeah, I have those two with me, so it would definitely make high school a little easier. Go find the YouTube short. Yeah, it's something like why push to talk is useful. I forget the exact title. It's something like that. It's something like that. All right. I need a lighter. I need to make sure I've got flashlight on so we can see the little Dio. Oh, thank you, Wesley. Appreciate it, dude. All right. I'm ready for the shenanigans.
Where's Aldi?
Looking for a boner.
Oh.
Oh.
Roger that. I'll wait. He's looking for a boner jam.
You still at Dahlia's when Aldi came up behind me and scared me and I screamed bloody murder at like 2
Correct.
a.m.?
You were in the
Yes, he
hallways.
was.
Yeah, you were in the hallway. I couldn't see what happened. I just heard the murder.
Jesus, it scared me.
It's called Why Push to Talk is So Useful. Okay. Yeah, pretty damn funny though. We got the IRL version of the scream. It was priceless. All right. I checked the front 2 rooms, Aldi. I'm not seeing it up here.
Okay. I wasn't thorough in the chapel though either.
Yeah, I'll go check the chapel. All right. Going on a boner hunt. The chaotic. Oh, dude, absolutely. The that's why with Coach I always say like, hey, make sure to leave push to talk off. Just because it's just you wouldn't get the same moments. You know this thing's gonna be all the way at the end, right?
Well, that's where I am right now. You're in the mail wing, Aldi? Yep, I'm all the way down in the day room. Okay, I started to go down there, but... I mean, another pair of eyes doesn't hurt.
Could also be in the hallway. Give her a follow. You should. You absolutely should. Her, the rest of the Midnight Society, all amazing. Aldi, Mr. Aldi, who we're playing with, they're both tagged in my title. So if you want to quickly find them, if you look at my title, you'll see them. B, thank you for the year, dude. Appreciate you. Watch it be like under one of these stupid bags or something. Still nothing?
No, nothing.
See, the problem with these is I get invested.
Watch it be like a really thin bone.
I know. It's going to be somewhere where we can't just see it. Cracked Bean, what's up, dude?
This is where the Ouija board would be the best.
Yeah, I know. But it happens. Been trying to get the Doomslayer achievement. Oh, yeah, dude. That's 100% randomness. Check the stairwell. I can't. It's locked. It's locked. 8-bit. What's up, dude? I want it, damn it.
I found it.
Where was
Where
it?
is it? Your jaws are gonna drop when you see it.
No way.
Where?
Did I miss it?
Where is it?
Did I?
I
Oh.
was getting flashier first.
Oh, I didn't go in this room. Because these bags aren't moved.
It's not there.
Hold on.
Excuse me?
Hold on. Watch out, Aldi.
What the?
Look at this bullshit. I got a screen grab of it. Are you able to pick it up?
Did you take a picture? Aldi, did you take a picture of it?
I haven't taken a picture yet.
Good luck taking a photo. Oh, it worked. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Did you
All
guys
right.
pick it up?
We have not picked it up.
Hold on. Is there the hit detection on these stools?
I don't know.
Hold on. Is it disappearing?
You be quiet, Kaz.
Wow, Kazadu.
What happened?
Kaz says don't let those two alone near a bed.
I can't pick it up. Unless you can weasel your way in there to get it.
Yeah, I think it might be a lost cause.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to be able to access the bone now for good.
Yeah, you'd think. Because you think, like, look how far away that is. And if you're standing like this trying to get it, you can't. But if you get down like that far, I can. Look. So if we can somehow weasel our way underneath, I just don't, hold on. Okay, thanks. Just move the bed.
I wish I could.
Hold on. That's why that's not working. Because that's a hard surface there. And if we go like this, look. You can't go in between. Get your ass out of my face. Screenshot. Yeah, I've already got one.
Well,
You bitch. Did she really?
Oh, you
Hey, you're
little
not-
shit! You little cheater!
Shithead.
You little cheater! It went under the bed. It's cheating! It's cheating! No, you don't. And jukes! 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 You little butthole. It walked underneath the gurney. That's some bullshit.
That is some bullshit.
That's some bullshit. Look.
You can stop now.
Oh, man. Oh, no, coach, look out. She looks so happy about it, though.
So happy.
I'm so happy. Hey, can you go stand like right like over here? Like where I am?
Right there? Right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Can you duck down? Can you look down and to the left a little bit? Thank you. Thank you, fruit. Can we get out in time? Oh, shit.
You cannot.
Here it comes. Oh, hey, it's standing this time. All right, I'm going to make it walk to that gurney. Great little jerk face.
Come on, you little pissant. Whatever your name is.
Look at this shit.
Rude.
Look at this shit.
That is bullshit. You bullshit little shithead.
Look.
Oh, heck, that's just unfair.
Walking straight through it.
This is perfect.
Rude.
It has no
Can you believe this, coach? Go Scott Hacks. What a jerk. Wait, we have the paw, right?
Yeah, we had the paw.
Where is it?
We got our paw. I don't know. You had it last.
I wished for life.
Get your ass down here. I'm trying. Flash, no.
She prestige not that
Also, we
long
have a
ago.
photo to delete.
She has tier 1 equipment. The points and the XP are more important for her than it is for me right now. Sometimes you just gotta take, look at the colors. Look how contrasty they are when you're dead.
Did you go the wrong way?
By the way, DOTS, if you didn't know,
I'm in the trunk. Am I not supposed to be in the
DOTS
trunk?
stands for Detector of the Supernatural. In case you didn't know.
I didn't even see you come out.
Felt very appropriate.
Flash is my hero, but I feel really bad.
Did we get everything? Oh no, we gotta repel. No, don't leave. We gotta repel.
Well, we didn't repel the ghost.
Repel it. There's more
I don't want
smudgies.
to talk about it.
Repel
I don't want
it.
to talk about it. I didn't even see it.
I think it was crawling the first time, that's why.
Sarah, what a bird.
Do we want to get this last objective?
Yes,
and
you
a
do.
Picture and-
Yeah, it's a deal.
No, let's
yes.
get him,
No,
because
do
if I
it,
go
do
back
it.
in there, I'm gonna
Do
die.
it. Go back inside. I risked my life for you. Go back inside. Get it. Do it.
Okay,
Say
he said
do
do
it.
it.
Do it.
Let's do
Do
it.
it.
Fuck. I already ruined an incense.
Because you had to just throw it behind the thing.
Listen.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I don't know.
Oh. Sounds like a YouTuber made that name up. Wait, what name? I'm confused. Hi, Baron. How are you, Fran?
Hey, where are you?
Did they just smudge?
By the power vested in me and spirit of sanctity, respiate tate.
Buenos, I like nachos.
Oh, wait, no. Okay. Dio for walkies. Come on, walkies. Come on, get your exercise, whatever your name is. I don't even know.
Do you want a picnic?
I want a picnic.
I would like a paisa la pakanak basket.
You
Oh, shoot.
bastard.
Piss off. Go away.
Oh man, Spaghetti. Thank you for the 2 months, dude. The DOTS name, Detection of the Supernatural. Oh, sounds like a YouTuber selling something. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Oh, hey, how are you, Baron?
Coach says, "Oh hey, how are you? How come this DO is slow? Every DO is slow. They all walk at that speed.
We ready?
I was born naked.
Looks like we are.
All right.
Oh, Sarah Birch, you bitch.
Yeah.
What?
Sarah, what a
Sarah
birch.
Sarah Birch.
Sarah,
who was a
Sarah
bitch.
bitch.
Yeah, just replace the R. Easy peasy.
Nobody does it like.
Listen here, ma'am. Look, I risked my life. She got by a DO, and I got by risking myself. Listen, it was more important, in my opinion, for you to get XP and money than it was for me.
Listen,
So if I could
I
bring you
feel
back,
like-
cool.
I appreciate that, but I feel like she fucking trolled me by crawling because I could not see her.
Well, and the fact that she could walk through the gurney is just disgusting.
Yeah.
That's
that
pretty bad.
That makes me a little bit upset.
Pretty stupid. Not having a collider on the objects in the middle of the room that we can't go through for the ghost. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
Do you remember when Tom got stuck in between the gurneys and could not get out?
Yeah, there's something with the physics with the weight of the player. It's been happening pretty frequently.
That's
Do we want
terrific
to?
and has no bugs.
Ooh, edgy field. All right. Maybe after Edgyfield, maybe we'll give ourselves some pain and go to like high school or something.
Oh yeah.
I like that. I like the attitude. Wait till the update for the ghost to walk through walls. We also had a bone. We had a bone that we could not pick up. We had a jawbone that spawned behind a bed that we couldn't even get, which is fantastic. All right. What do we have?
Right.
Kyle Roswell. That's annoying. Kyle Roswell. 25% motion sensor and repel.
Repel.
I can't roll my R's. Repel.
Repel.
Okay. Stop showing off. All right. We have hiding in the lockers.
Okay.
Yeah. While we're at it.
Wait.
F these shoes.
Oh, is that why I died the last time right there? I didn't do anything. With the
No,
shoes?
I don't think there's any like actual proof to that, but you know, just F them shoes. It's like one of those like it's like the people that hold their breath when they're like, you know, going over or going past like a graveyard or something.
I hold my breath when we go over a bridge.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I do.
Oh my god. Hey! It was a venting up here. Hey!
Hello?
Aldi?
Yeah.
Heard you like feet.
Something's afoot.
Jesus.
Yours was good. His was better.
Wow. I see how it is.
Don't just stand there and hand me a spear. I don't know what room it's in.
I don't know either.
Oh, it might be the hallway.
Are you here? Oh, are you here?
Oh, though I have breath in
Where
here
are
though.
you?
You
are
might
you here? Hey, are you here? Where are you? Hey. I don't know.
Is that the ghost? Oh yeah, it just turned on the
Doing
light
what?
in here. What the fuck? Pick a room. It must
Are
be the
you
hallway.
here, shithead?
Oh.
It's angry. You call it a shithead. Alright, get this. Get one of these because I'm fearful now.
All right. So
All
we
right.
got spirit box.
Where did you get the spirit box? What room were you in?
In the room where it turned the light on.
Roger, Roger. Hey, what's up, Dolly? Hello, Dolly. All right, I'll put crucifix here. I'll put a book right there. I'll put a book right there. All right, spirit box. No. Yeah, spirit box. What up, artist?
I saw someone say something about Final Destination in your chat. Final Destination has ruined everything for me.
I know. Roller coasters, driving on the highway.
Planes,
Everything.
logging trucks.
Oh man,
It's colder in the hallway.
is it really?
It's colder where?
It must have been roaming then
you
when you got it.
serious?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you
What
know
a
you're of a certain generation when you're behind a logging truck. You're like,
Yes.
I don't know. I'm speeding up or I'm slowing down. One of the one of the two.
Now it's colder in here.
What?
Yeah, it's like 5.
What the
And there's my
dickens? It's just roaming a lot then. Okay.
Knock, knock.
What?
I think it's in the potty. Where are you? Might be an alone ghost. Maybe he likes to poop alone. Where are you?
I'm sorry.
Are you here? Where are you?
You couldn't have, like, given me, like, another second.
Where are you? Poor Aldi. That movie is the reason I'm so careful not to pour liquids on the hot. Oh my god. Aldi got it vented on. He's like, you couldn't give me another second, could you? Then it farts on him. But yeah, you got it.
Hilarious. Is it in that bedroom or that
I don't
bathroom?
know. It's all over the upstairs though.
I hate that.
Ooh, twins is a possibility. That is very much many truths. That is very many truths. You know, twins is on the board.
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
So we need EMF 5?
Or freezing. Yeah.
Freezing. Yeah, okay.
All right, we'll put some stuff up there. I've got a motion sensor. I've got salt. I've got the things. Just made the bear giggle. Disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, I didn't realize it tried to hunt.
What? Oh, no.
Dude,
It's
pick
not
a
as-
room.
My God.
I'm gonna go get more motion sensors. I'll be right back. Is there a way to test for twins with no evidence? You can just listen to the speed. I'll take 2 of those, 1 of those. Call you in the morning. Call you in the morning. Just got 2 Hontos in a row. That makes sense. Been getting a lot of the same ghosties over and over again.
It just did the thing again.
It
with
tried
the
to do it
thing.
again. Brother.
Oh, shit.
Stop pooping. All right, it just set this motion sensor off. The one right next to us.
It's a nice.
Aldi, run. That's twin. That are a Moroi. Probably not. We didn't see any orbs. Some dog. Probably normal. Oh, I've heard. Oh, I didn't know it was set up. I heard that it was happening. Yippee. Well, getting sanity pills and testing for a Moroi is going to be tough. I think I'm gonna, okay. It's either a Moroi
see
or a
orbs.
twin. Honestly,
Okay.
I think the better way to do this with multiple people is to let it hunt multiple times. See if we can get the speed to get the slow twin.
Okay.
My personal opinion.
The sucker's awfully active.
Watching this from Epcot? Oh, Melanie, you're at Epcot? Get out of here. Go enjoy your time. Oh, I love Disney so much. Disney's so amazing. 100% mimic. All right, cool. Good talk. It's fast again. Seems really fast. That's a Moroi. That's a Moroi, right? I'm gonna let it hunt one more time, but I'm pretty sure that's way too fast for twin.
You don't want to take some sanity?
Well, the tough part is trying to do that with, you know what? Oh, hold on. I have an idea. Yeah, come. All right, hold on. Let's do this. So I'm going to go back in for a hunt. When the hunt starts, count to 5 and then take sanity. Okay.
Do we stay out here or do we go inside?
Yeah. If you want to stay out here, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And then one of you could even take the second one as well. I want to see if it's a Moroi, see if it slows down. All right, I'm running.
Where you going, Aldi?
I'm giving him the camera.
Giving him the camera. Smudge test. Yeah, what's the I forget the Moroi, the timer on the tier 3. Is it 7.5? Not very much. It's slowed down, but I think only a little bit. But I think it's because we only replenished our sanity so much, and it's off the average. So it's not. It's slowed down, but it's not slow twin. So I mean, that has to be Moroi.
Okay.
Oh, I still got to repel while it's chasing. Son of a biscuit. All right. We can all do that if you want, or whatever. I'm down for whatever. 7.5. Okay, thank you. Coach, feeling spicy?
I'm scared.
What are you scared of?
I'm a Roy.
What's it gonna do?
You can hide in the garage, right?
Yeah, the locker should be open. Yeah. See you, Melanie. Have an awesome day, friend. Be sure to rest the feets. Rest the feets.
I've never been to Disney.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Ugh, I want to go.
Very, very highly recommend.
Earth.
Do you go to LA or California or do you go to Florida?
I've never been to the
think you go
one
to
in
Florida.
Cali.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to, but I've never been. I've just go to the one in Florida.
Well, it's closer, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good. Hey, Parzival, thank you so much for the super chat, dude.
Aldi, let's go to Disney.
You should. There's plenty of options of like places to stay and all that jazz. Plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks for the check-ins, friends.
For thousands and thousands of dollars.
That's why I said there's options that are not so bad. Spicy. Spicy. There's also the option, I know sometimes people will stay off property, but then go and then just a short drive to get back on to go to the parks. So, like I said, there's options.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it saves you a lot.
Yeah.
Never been to any kind of amusement park? Oh, missing out, dude. They're so fun. They're so great. Base boosted spice. How many days would I recommend?
But you know, Final Destination
Depends how much you
really
want to do,
rides
man.
For me too.
Oh, see, it doesn't affect that for me at all. I love
my
amusement
God.
parks. If you're gonna go, like, to get the full experience, it depends how many parks you want to see, right? That changes how many days you should go. There's so many hotels in Orlando. Yeah, shit tons. Right outside the parks.
How many
too.
parks are there?
4.
What?
There's 4. You've got Magic Kingdom,
God.
Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and the Animal Kingdom. Yeah.
Which one is the one that has? This is going to sound stupid because I don't know anything about Disney. But which one's the one that has the castle?
Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the main one.
I think we're being hunted.
It's really fast.
Hey, how are you?
All of them. See, the first time I went to Disney, I was a kid. I was probably like 10. GG's. What's this? There's like a cheek photo in there.
Oh my god.
Aldi.
Aldi.
Sorry, can't help myself.
He's just trying
Quit
to
it.
say it says disturbed salt. Oh, man, I guess it is. Alright. Moroy. Moroy.
That's a more.
That's a Moroy. First time Coral Reef restaurant Epcot. Oh, very cool. Second time I worked as skipper on the world famous Jungle Cruise. The Jungle Cruise is something, man. It's definitely something. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Get this out of the way so people stop asking for it.
Asking for what? Oh. Come on,
We're like,
guys.
we're like totally going back to high school, and like, do you need to like run ads?
Don't you dare ever do that again.
I kind of do. He's right. I kind of do. Do you have to run
So like,
ads?
totally run ads, okay?
Oh my god.
All right, I'll run ads. Aldi can just keep talking to you like that. I think that'd be entertaining.
No.
No, she's.
We're totally going to high school.
I'm gonna shove you in a locker.
Wow. Promise.
Wow, trauma.
God. That's so Napoleon Dynamite. Gosh. All right. I have ads to run, guys. I do 3 minutes every hour so you guys don't get pre-rolls. So if you're not subbed, if you don't have turbo, I wait for you here in the lobby so you don't miss any of the gameplay. So don't stress. Do not stress if you are not subbed, friends. Do not stress. BRB. 3 minutes. Super quick. Caught you this big mouth bass. Oh my God. Stress, can't handle it. How many levels have added to end of his sentence? Wait, what? I'm so confused. So confused. How many basketball points? I have 666. 666. Yep. Rotate laundry. Yeah, you're a good friend.
Thanks for telling me.
I've told you like twice already.
Hold on there.
No, you
I have them muted right now, but I don't know if you can see her. God damn it. Do you play anything other than any other particular games other than Phas? Just honestly, indie horror for the most part. For the most part, every now and then I've been playing Disney Dreamlight off stream, just for something to do randomly, hanging out on the couch with the family. Yeah. You ever do a full tape seal on presents for the children? No, I have not. No, because I don't want to deal with that. Because then I have to deal with that. Family friendly. God damn it. Fifi, what's up, dude? How are you? Pep. Start on console. What are tips to level fast unlock equipment? Play very high multiplayer games and get them done as fast as you can. I wouldn't suggest it. I would highly suggest playing the game to get better at the game. Not just worrying about XPs and like money and levels, trying to get as much as you can as fast as you can. You're not going to get better at the game. As you get better at the game, you will be able to progress quicker. I would worry about getting better at the game. Not about, hey, what can I do to sort of like to cheese and get money and XP faster? I wouldn't worry about that. Parents did that to me one year and all the no. I'd be like, you know what? You can keep it. It's all yours, mom and dad. Have a good one. Fuck, I'm not opening that shit. No, sir. Thank you, Cargo. Would you recommend staying on Nightmare or going to Insanity for XP? I mean, if you want more XP, you're going to do Insanity because it's a higher multiplier game. I like doing Nightmare for multiple reasons. One, it allows me to show you guys evidence. Two, it still challenges you because you have to figure out what the ghost is. Yeah. Have I tried the game content warning? I have. It was okay. It kind of just died out fast. Cabin Factory was really cool. Yeah, I love that it had lore. The lore was awesome. Leave for now. No worries, friend. Appreciate you. Going in and getting all the evidence, getting perfect games. Yeah. Play your way. Play your way. I'll have to ask Coach. I know Coach was playing it. I don't know if she's replaying it or not. Or playing it again or not. I think she is. I think she is. Coach!
Yeah.
Did you say you're playing Cabin Factory again on Monday?
Yes.
Yippee.
I couldn't play it without Aldi. I was too scared.
I know, I understand.
Yeah,
Nah.
She needs me there, which I think is probably going to be a mistake.
No, listen. I
She's just
need
slowly
my
walking to the
emotional
cabin.
support, Aldi.
I think your emotional
Oh.
support, Aldi, is like at the same time sort of like a... What's the word? I'm looking
Emotional
for?
distressing
Emotional
Aldi.
distress.
Yes,
Aldi.
yes. Yes.
So when Aldi's there, everybody in chat gets extra spooks, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I understand. I get it. Foreshadowing a little bit. Yeah.
But like, listen, when he's in the office and
Oh,
I'm
think
by
he's sleepy?
myself, it just makes me more nervous. I would rather him be here and scare me
Then not be there
than
at all.
me. Yes, yes.
I got you. That makes sense.
And see, then on an office day, I happen to come home early. She's
No.
not expecting it, and then she's even extra more scared.
See, it's funny when I come home at my normal time and my wife's not ready. I walk into the bedroom and she's like, "Oh my god, oh!" I thought it was like, "You thought what? What did you think I possibly was?" I somehow unlocked our door, opened the garage, got inside, said hi to Josie. There was no barking, there was no anything, and then I just walk into the bedroom. Although, if somebody wants to, never mind. All right, to high school. Her what? Oh boy.
We've had no reports of violence, but keep an eye
Off
out.
we go. It's gonna be a nightmare.
Literally.
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 Aldi, I want you to find the room in the next 30 seconds.
Which way are you guys going?
I'll go left.
Okay. Find a locked door.
Oh no. Oh no. Find power if you can. By the way, that was over 30 seconds. I just want you to be aware of that.
Well, I may not have found it, but I pointed it out.
Oh god. I might die. Okay.
We've got the power.
Thank you. Somewhere to hide. Was that upstairs? It might be upstairs left. It is. It sounds so gross. It was saying it's upstairs and it's not upstairs. Oh, it sees somebody. Who did it lock eyes with?
Not me. I guess it saw me at the foyer.
It wanted to give you a kiss. Sounds Sounds like a heavy smoker, a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna try to find it quickly. No, it's not a rev. It's a normal speed ghost. It was either here. Oh, yeah. Here's the locked door. Hey, it's not a mare. It's a reverse mare. We have ultraviolet. I turned the light off and it turned it immediately on.
Is it a mare?
No,
Oh,
mare's
wait,
the
no,
opposite.
it's not a mare. Damn it, I'm kidding. Listen, I'm panicked, okay?
Say mare's the other one. All right.
Yeah, I was hiding under the stairs. I was scared. Because I know that's not a thing anymore.
No. I've heard some people say that it works for them, though.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I don't know.
try to get the thing.
All right, I'll go get more stuff. It's afraid of the dark. Poor Ghosty just wants some light to frame.
What the?
Coach?
It was you on the spirit box.
Oh, it was me.
It was you.
But I'm over here.
Yeah, but
We're
he's
looking
right
at a
here.
ghost.
Well, damn. What did I say?
I wish
Did I
you'd
say I was
been
right here?
Right here. Yes. I wish you'd have still been in that room. That would have been great.
Damn it. Missed opportunities. Hey, what's up, Hunter? My doppelganger.
That was so good.
Oh my
I
god.
get really excited.
All right. Ghosties. It's either going to be a mimic, a phantom, or a putty. Test. All right. I'm ready for a ghost photo. I'm ready. Maybe a pulty. Do we feel like it was throwing enough?
Do you remember the game Malum?
Malum? No.
Oh my god.
What was
It's
that about?
fun. I forget, but it was fun, and I need to listen. It was listen. I don't know. I don't remember. Listen, I don't know.
It's like, hey, have you ever played this? You ever played this game? Oh no, what's it about? I don't know. She says fun. It sucked. He says it sucked.
I mean, it didn't have a lot of traction, but it was fun once in a while.
Oh, okay. Do you have any herbs?
I don't see orbs.
Okay.
I didn't, rather.
Justin, I need a photo. Justin. Listen, Linda, listen. Justin. Justin, we need a photo. Listen, Linda, listen. We need a photo anyway. Justin Carey. Where you at, bruh? Although, we have a few items that are thrown around a little bit here. These rooms are actually great for items. Look at all this shit here. Look at all this. Justin, are you a Pulte? You're not fooling me. Justin. Justin's mad. Why? I didn't do anything. Justin! Where are you?
Sorry.
Are you near? Where are you?
Outlined.
The fuck did you just say? Where are you?
Taken away.
Are you near?
Taken away.
Where are you?
Was taken away.
Are you here?
Taken away.
Are you angry?
With hate.
What do you want?
Elderly individual.
Ew. Why do you want an elderly person? What do you plan on doing to the elderly? Answer me. What do you want?
Killing. An elderly individual.
Excuse me? You plan on doing what to the elderly? Where are you?
Taken away.
What do you want?
Person died.
All right, now we're just getting mixed signals. This doesn't even make sense anymore. Are you here?
Far from there.
An elderly victim.
Why are you so obsessed with the elderly? Are you angry?
After killing.
Holy shit.
Active hate.
Yeah, I see that. You hate books. I get it, dude. Here, let's turn that on and do this. Did it just super throw a book? It sure seemed like it. Can you use your ability, please? What up, Happy? Are y'all necking in another classroom or something?
Under the bleachers, thank you.
We got some elderly up here, if you're interested. Where are you? Where are you?
It's far and wide.
What do you want?
With hate.
I'm pretty sold on a Pulte. That did count, right?
I mean, unless the orbs are in another room, I agree, Pulte.
And it's not doing
Don't
the
say
Pulte
that.
thing.
When did the Pulte ever do the Pulte thing? When you want.
Last Tuesday? I didn't play last Tuesday. It's randomly wanting to attack elderly, and I'm not sure why.
Because Aldi and I are not in there, that's why.
What do you want?
Fine.
Are you angry? Are you sad? Are you mad? Where are you? Where are you?
I'm a comment.
Where are you? Where are you?
Elderly.
All right, here, now you can talk to it.
Hey, where are you? Where are you? Flash, are you in the spirit box? Where are you?
It's far and wide.
Come on, where are you?
Here in the
What do you want?
person died.
Person died. Okay, where are you? Why are you being a jerk? Where are you? It must be an alone-only ghost.
No, it was talking with me in here with you.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you here?
Close to an.
Ooh, what? Okay, are you away or are you close to me? Make up your fucking mind.
Taken away.
What? What did it say?
Taking a wee.
My God. Hey, you want McDonald's?
Yes.
Is Aldi the spirit?
Are you
Elderly
here?
victim.
Ooh.
Far.
Oh, is that why you want McDonald's?
Yeah.
Are you here?
I need a Happy Meal. No.
Comment. Are you here?
Hate River.
He hates me. Hey. Hey, what do we need? Are you a Pulte? Do the Pulte. Flash?
What?
That was
Oh, was that
you.
me? Oh.
Yes, you said active killing.
Oh, well, there you go.
Active killing.
There you did it again!
Oh, now it did it. What a jerk.
Hey, are you here?
I'm far from there.
Where are you? Where are you?
The far reach.
Where are you? Whoops.
You just turn it off. Yeah, that'll really make it answer.
Where are you?
Taken away.
Taken away.
It's taking away.
Are we annoying you, Ghost?
What if it just said,
Elderly victim.
yes, shut up.
Can you do the Pulte thing? Do the Pulte thing!
Elderly individual.
Do the Pulte
Does
dance!
this say something about Hellraiser?
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Are you here?
Taken away.
Where are you?
Found far from there.
Oh, hey, how are ya?
Oh, hey.
I'm so sorry.
Elderly individual.
I swear to God.
I don't think you're going to get it.
No. All
Why-
right, I
why
give
are
up
you
Ghost.
here? Why are you here?
A tragic death.
Tragic death.
How old are,
What kind of
how old
death?
are you?
People hate crime.
What?
What?
Do
Are you?
Do you want to hurt Aldi?
Do you really want to hurt me?
Yes. Do you really?
Are you here?
Far.
Far. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get anything out of it. We need 3 more photos, though, so us doing this is maybe sort of getting it to just keep messing with shit.
Yeah.
What other questions can you ask the spirit box?
I don't know.
You can ask how old, where.
Oh, shit. Bro. God damn it.
That's hot.
Ghost, where are you?
Hate River.
Taken away.
8?
Sound like you said Hate River Taken Away. Is that like a new song I haven't heard?
I guess. Is that like Country Roads Take Me Home?
Hate River Taken Away?
Yep.
Which book did you just throw?
I don't know, but this ghost is extremely chatty.
It is. I'm not that upset about it.
If I didn't know better, I'd think it was me.
Elderly.
It sounded like it said Aldi. What?
Left hurt.
Aldi was hurt?
I have
Aldi, are you
something where
okay?
it has said
Oh,
something.
Jesus Christ. Good Lord.
Shit. Hey!
An elderly victim.
I realize you're an elderly victim.
Look,
Oh
just
my
because I had a
God.
birthday doesn't mean I'm old, you asshole.
An elderly red.
Stop, you're mean, you're a bully. You're a jerk.
Look right here. There's a fingerprint. I don't know if you got it.
All right. I got the phone. We're fine.
Okay.
All right, we need to repel while it's chasing. He's-
What?
you heard me.
It just threw a book. Hey!
Through a book, reading. Oh no, it cut the power. Oh, that's cool. Careful, SpongeBob. Ask the ghost for a French fry. Oh, totally. I just saw your message, dude. I'm so sorry. I can still ask it for a French fry. Oh, there's no power. Pretty moon. Turret, thank you for the 27 months.
I would like a french fry.
Well, where from?
I mean, McDonald's or Wendy's. Both are good.
All right, now we repel.
Aldi, you ever dip your Wendy's fries in a Frosty?
No.
Nope. I don't either. I also do not.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Never forget my fry. Nah. I don't either. I like them separate.
Oh my god, it's like a Midwestern thing, I think.
That's why he's dead inside. Because he doesn't do it? Sir, this is a Wendy's? I know. I'll hide here. Why would you do that? Dip your fries in a Frosty? It's just a matter of like the salty with the sweet. Yeah, there's a lot of people that do that. I know a lot of people that do that. You love it. I think my son, my oldest son, likes doing that. See how many people like doing that? It's just a thing, man. It's just a thing that people do.
It's getting really angry in here and throwing shit. Oh.
Yeah, I was waiting for the hunt so I could do the repel. But you're more than welcome to do it.
Yeah.
DQ fries are delicious. I don't know if I've ever had fries from DQ.
I'll probably die.
No, you won't. You'll be fine. Adding anyone is useless, Salad. All my stuff is open. Now on a Frosty? Frosty would be really good right about now. Never heard of that. Really? Liking your fries with basil pesto for dipping? Look, man, we all have different likes. What was the cursed object?
Monkey paw.
Somebody cue him up.
I'm too scared.
What do you mean?
He said monkey paw and I'm out.
Oh, come on. Hi, Eric. Good job, Coach. Yeah, I thought it did too. All I heard was the wee part, so it sounded like you just went wee. Yeah, it had line of sight on her. I looked at my objectives to see if she repelled it, and she did. So that's why I knew it saw her. What the hell? Where's her bucket? What the hell?
I have no clue.
Someone made a decision. That's like when you leave. That's when you leave like applesauce over there in front of the Hot Pockets.
Yep.
Like you made a choice.
Choices were made.
Oh my. Look at that. Coach, pull it.
No.
Come on, give it a pull.
No.
Come on.
Okay, fine. Fine. What the? That
right.
sounded absolutely disgusting.
All right, you got it pulte marked? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Need to do pants after that one? Maybe a little bit. It's fine.
Welcome back. There's some jobs
How many
ready for
times
you.
did it actually do Pulte things?
Right.
3, apparently.
Wow. Okay.
Whatever.
So the other day, this is not dirty. I'm just prefacing with what I'm about to say, because the first thing I say, someone's gonna go, ooh. Aldi and I were laying in bed the other day. We were cuddling,
Ooh.
right? Oh, Christ. Anyway,
Go on.
I'm just laying there. We're hanging out, watching TV, and I turn my head, and I go on his arm, and it was the funniest thing ever. It caught him off guard.
Ooh. Ooh. Holding off on the prestige? I might be.
See, and
yeah.
This is why I said this is
Yeah.
not dirty. Right there.
Totally. Did some chocolate come with that finger bowl? Maybe a little bit. Might want to go upstairs and check on it, the situation. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got to do it.
Oh, Flash.
We have
fine.
to. It's
This is
fine.
fine.
The ghost is going to be. It's going to
In the
be.
very top.
No, it's going to be in the kitchen, and it's going to be a
Okay.
mare,
And it's gonna play with the sausages.
and it's going to play with a sausage. It's going to be all the way at the top, literally top floor. Ugh. It's all teeth.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. I know you're curious, but damn.
We've arrived. Check this
Kenneth
equipment.
Gacy.
Get set
Ooh,
up before
long lost brother.
investigating.
What?
Event repel and 25%.
Oh.
Take a look.
Oh.
You may be able to use
Listen, I like true crime.
I know.
That gets me. I'm excited. Have you seen Manson?
I have. That was great. It sounds awful to say that was great, but the show was really well done. Oh, somebody locked the shower again. Oh. What the hell?
Wait, my shower's... Power's on.
Fuck off! Oh my god! Listen, Flash. That scared me so bad I farted. Get out of here.
Okay, I tried.
That scared me so bad I farted.
Jesus criminy.
All right. Anyway, back to the hunt. What were we doing?
God.
Look. Like, I know how you can calm down. Here, play a little sausage in the hole. All right. Here, let's get a sausage. Here, get yourself a sausage. Get a sausage.
A sausage.
Go past the wine. I was hiding here, by the way.
Cool.
All right. Over here. A little sausage in the hole. You gotta put some feeling into it.
Right.
Hold on. Let's see. Do a little Hadouken.
Yeah!
Yeah, boy.
We both did it!
Let's go. Twofer.
Oh, the tips are touching.
Okay. All right. Oh, hey, by the way. Hey, speaking
Yeah?
of tips touching. Oh, my.
Oh my god!
All right. I'm going to go get the rest of my equipment.
Okay. Wait, where's the ghost? Do we even know?
No idea. All right. I'll start checking temps.
Okay.
Oh my. Oh my word. Hold on. There we go. Thought this was a family-friendly stream. We talk about this all the time. I'm very nice to my family. what the hell? I was like, why is there a floating book here? Oh, there's a coach here. Don't think it's taking a poop. No, it doesn't seem very cold. What's up, Anton? How you, dude? No bruise.
Hey, guess where it is? Don't you dare.
Is it literally outside?
Almost.
I just heard that. EMF 5. Yeah, damn near close enough.
Freaking hell.
I know. We have EMF 5 though.
1.1.
Okay. Are you here, you bastard?
Damn. All right.
Are you here?
Oh,
There we go.
EMF and Spirit Box. Spirit Ray twins.
Yep. Imagine. Oh, fuck. This is not good.
If it's a rate, that'd be hilarious.
No. I'm going to get a crucifix. Crucifix? Jesus.
She's going to go get a crucifix. Had to talk dirty to the ghost a little bit. Yeah.
Kansas is usually on the crucifix, yeah.
God, Aldi. Better get the salt in the
I have no
cruci.
idea what the cursed object is.
I haven't even looked. I don't see the Ouija board.
No, it's not the Ouija board. I know that spawns here.
Okay. Oh, it's the mirror. So if we need to break it, we're good. Snowy, welcome back. Talk dirty to the ghost. God damn. Lag, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, dude. Welcome in. If you guys are here and you're new, or maybe you're not already a part of it, I do have a Discord, friends, that we hang out in off stream. I changed up the voice channels now to where it's the whole join to create. So, Aldi?
Yep.
It's hunting. Oh, it's done hunting.
Must be a dome.
Huh.
Is it a dumb? Is it a yokai?
It's a dome.
Can it be a yokai? It can't
No.
be a yokai. No, it can't. Okay.
No. Spirit Ray twins. I had it set up where the voice channels were just normal channels, but then I realized I was getting a few Phasmo groups that weren't able to create, like, they weren't able to have their own separate channel. So I used to use the whole join to create channel way back when, so I decided to bring it back. So we have that back in there now. So you can create your own voice
What was
channel.
the ghost event?
You can control it, you can open it, you can lock it, whatever you want.
Oh my god.
What was the ghost event?
I have no idea. Can any of those ghosts
It
do
could have been
anything?
a one frame event and we just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, now that it's hunting, we have to be careful, SpongeBob. I have salt.
The crucifix.
Okay. Oh, maybe that was me. Maybe I'm the ghost event. Yeah. That's a good point.
Oh my god. We'll all stay together, or we don't have to since you have a cruci now.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
We just don't want it to kill any of us.
It spawns at this door. Oh, man.
Oh no.
Good luck, Ring. What do you get Phasmo on? You can get it on Steam, Xbox, or PS5. Still no hunt. Push.
Now's not the time for drinking.
I need it.
I need it. Yeah, new gen consoles and Steam. Gabriella, I'm good. How are you? All right, Still no hunting. We might trip the breaker. I'll turn it off.
Oh, it's a classic.
Did you guys trip the break?
Nope. Just had some good timing.
Oh.
Oh my word. Speed, thank you for the 7 months. The Darsha, thank you for the 4 months. We don't have any walkies. Is this a wraith? No, not a wraith. All right, now we could listen to the speed if we wanted to. We could try. Is this open? I'm scared. I'm turning my nightlight on. Guessing a spirit. Could be. I don't know. Shit, there's no hiding here either. Sorry, we can hide in there. There's always a little... Oh, another bathroom tree. You can always just tuck yourself in this corner. It's actually a pretty decent spot. Not too bad.
Ooh, so spicy.
Careful, SpongeBob. It's so bassy. Oh, hey.
Heyo.
Those are open. Okay, so we just had the one crucifix, right?
Yeah. That's what I know. Oh, hi.
Did it try to open your locker?
It did.
What a jerk. Nothing out of the ordinary? No, nothing out of the ordinary. It's all good. It's a sperate.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it's a butthole. It's a butthole. Yeah, spirit normal speed. Agreed. Alright, that's enough. It's not bassy, it is down here. The ambiance.
Boo.
You tried.
God damn it. I did try.
But it was just the boo. Is that song new? No, that's been on there. What's up, Adam? Sunday's going well, friend. Alright, there's a Bruce here.
Listen,
All's well.
hi, Bruce. I love Bruce.
He's great. You had to pick him up to play the sound, though.
No, I'm playing. Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah,
dropped
it's
him
not
and
gonna
I
play.
clicked it,
Yeah.
and it worked, and then it stopped
Costco
working.
hot dog water. Thank you for the prime, homie. Appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna set him on fire.
Wow.
Aw.
What did he ever do to you?
He tried to eat my face.
Oh.
Smile, you
like
son
this?
of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Spirit. F perfect game. I'm not making a choose your train out of that shit. No, sorry, Bob. Bruce abuse. Yeah. A tiny human. Are they wearing Christmas pajamas?
Welcome back. Thanks for
What's up,
landing
homie?
jobs for you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Am I on your time?
So, Point Hope, that wasn't as bad as it could have been,
right,
but I
right.
still don't like Point Hope.
I know. Unfortunately, I like the design aspect of where like
Me
each
too.
room feels different. I like that.
Yeah.
I like the objects. I like all the stuff. It's just going up and down the damn stairs.
I know, especially when it's all the way at the top.
Yeah. That part is the bummer. That part is the bummer.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's probably gonna be the last one for me because I've got
Okay.
I got fam over and we're gonna end up playing apparently Christmas Olympics and building gingerbread houses and all that jazz.
Awesome. Well, thank you for asking us to play.
Thank you guys for playing.
Yes, thank you for having us.
I appreciate you always, friends. Always, always, always.
Yes.
What's
Bye.
when's the next time you're playing Phas?
I don't know yet, but tomorrow will be Cabin Factory.
Ooh, that's right. And did you finish Indiana Jones?
No, I've just barely started it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking about playing it. I don't know, man. I'm jonesing to want to give it a try just because I love that
Oh, Christ.
movie. Yeah? Are you mad
See
about
what you
it?
did there.
No.
Oh, because I said jonesing. Get it?
Yeah, I get it. Thank
All right.
you, friend.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Bye. Oh, they're so great. I'd like to follow those two. They're in the title. Sugar Chef. They are in the title. Coach Chesney and Aldebaran. Aldebaran 1980 would be my other friend. Yeah. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for chilling with me. I normally would go a little bit longer. Like I said, I've got fam over. So definitely wanted to stream. By no means were we going to miss stream. But it's hang out with the fam time. Yeah. He's not part of the Midnight Society, but he sleeps with one of the co-founders. This is facts. This is facts. Yeah. Before we go, hold. We're not going anywhere just yet. On the YouTube side of things, I am. We're going to close it down on YouTube. YouTube, thank you guys so much. I'm going to do a merch giveaway over on Twitch. So if you're interested, head over to Twitch because I'm about to do it right now. I owe you guys. So that's what we're going to do. Since 'tis the season, I'm going to go ahead and pick it. So thank you guys. Let us go here. Let me get the website up. Yeah. This. I've made the executive decision as to what it's going to be. The holiday merch is going to be here for a bit. It'll be here probably to the end of January. So by no means do you have to, like, if you're interested in getting merch or anything like that, if you are interested, don't feel like you need to rush to get it. It's still going to be there for some time. Yeah. Breakdown. What's up, dude? But we are going to do a merch giveaway. So give me 1 second. You did your first stream? Hey, let's go, Juju. Hell yeah. I hope it's been a blast, dude. Thank you, Valkyrie. All right. There will be a message in chat here in a second. There will be a message in chat. There it is. If you type join in chat, you could win the holiday merch. The holiday merch is the holiday shirt. Join is the word. Join. I'll pull it up on screen so you can see it. It is this one. This is the one. Oh, stupid play with viewers bot. Shut up. But either way, yeah, it's not a command. It's just the word join. Just the word join. Nice shirt. I love that. The design is awesome, but fourth wall merch in general is just awesome. I love it. I also have this available, by the way, not just t-shirt. We also have it in long sleeve and a hoodie if that's what you are itching for. Yeah, I have it in the long sleeve and the t-shirt version. I was like, am I wearing it now? No, I'm wearing my threat level midnight shirt. Pudgy, GG's on the merch. Let's go. Was it Fate Art? It was not Fate. No, this was done by Izu. This is done by Izu. This is the same person. This is the same person that did this one. That did the plushies attack and did the Halloween one that I had too. Yeah. Actually, here, we'll go to the screen. But friends, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to go find someone to raid and say hi to. I already know where I'm going, but I'm saying it anyway. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for today. Thank you for hanging out with me. Much loves, friends. Thank you. Carrier, thank you for the 6 months. Snaky, thank you for the follow. Lord, hello. I'll be live again tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the weekly, and then after the weekly, I need to decide. I think what I'm probably going to do, the week. I need to decide on order of operations. It would make most sense to prestige and then do the weekly. Do I want to do that? Is the question. I don't know. Either way, I'm either going to do the weekly and then prestige, or I'm going to prestige and then do the weekly. Prestige and weekly. It would make more sense for sure, because then you get the points and then you get the levels, right? That would absolutely make the most sense. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll start tomorrow a little bit different. I'll start with my prestige game. And then after my prestige game, then we'll do the weekly. So that means that as for videos, my prestige video will get posted on Tuesday. And then the weekly video will get posted on Wednesday for those that are following on the YouTubes. If you're not on the YouTubes, it is there in chat, friends. It is there in chat. Pudgy, enjoy the merch, friend. The fourth wall merch is so freaking comfortable. So comfy. All right, my friends. Raid messages. If you are a follower, that's for you. My creepy little, my subs, that's for you. My creepy little tier 3s, that's for you. Post a picture when I get it. Yes, please. Yes, please. I love to see it. All right. We are going to go say hi to somebody who is having a celebration. So stick around. We'll go say hi to Mr. Vin. Mr. Vin is in a be right back. Please tell Vin he's amazing. Yes, please tell him he's amazing, because he is. Because he is. He'll love it, promise. I have a feeling that you're full of it. He is amazing, but I have a feeling you're full of it. Mayor, I don't know what break is trying to start, but I feel like she's trying to start something bad. Okay. Trouble? Yeah, that makes sense. What's her message? Starting trouble. Oh, shocker. All right. I don't even honestly know. Oh, Vin's getting into his board right now. He's about to do his Kudo board. Don't want to catch them from the UK. So I thought I'd quickly pop in. Hey, Ellie, I appreciate you. Friends, thank you guys so much for an amazing stream. As always, you guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. We reached the December goal again. So that's another extension. That's another 2 hours added to that stream for next month. Yeah. And we still have another like 9 days of December left. But yeah, guys, please make sure that you are following Aldi and Coach. They are amazing. I love them to death. Two of my favorite peeps on Twitch. They are married. They're hysterical. They've been randomly been playing games together, testing their relationship basically. And it's been pretty funny to watch, but they both play lots of games. They both stream all the time. So make sure you guys are checking them out. But we're going to get to say hi to Mr. Vin, who is one of the amazing, amazing members of Midnight Society that I am a co-founder of with Coach. And Vin does all sorts of different things between horror games, Lethal Company, cooking streams. Dude, he is a plethora of goodness. A plethora. Shark, we're about to raid. Oh my God, Shark, thank you so much. But guys, we're about to go